Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Your Disabled Joy. My name is Nico Meyering, and I use he, him pronouns. I'm a white man with large brown and blue spectacles, parted blonde hair, and a gray shirt. I'm seated indoors in front of a purple wall and some bookcases. And like about 25% of the world's population, I'm disabled. Non-disabled individuals might have an immediate impression of disabled life as being constantly sad or very upsetting or depressing. But I don't know, guys. I've been disabled a long time, and disabled joy also exists. In fact, I would think life kind of boring if I could only ever be just one emotion, whether that be sadness, joy, or something in between. However, the disability community has as many members as it has opinions, which is why I've asked my friend Candace here to talk with me, and by extension, all of us, about disabled joy. Candace, hi, how are you?
I am doing well, thank you, Nico, and yourself.
I'm well, thank you. Candace, tell me about a joyful moment in your life. It could have to do with your condition, or it could be completely independent.
My most joyful moment would have had to be when I was 24 years old. I earned my Bachelor of Arts in English. And the reason this was so joyful for me is because I grew up with not only a physical disability, but a learning disability in math.
Mhm.
And throughout my entire high school education, I had always been told by my teachers, because you're in modified math, you will never get into university. So don't even bother applying.
Mhm.
So we found a loophole where you could get in with a math deficiency, and
Mhm.
I just had to keep my marks up in my first year. It would be dropped. So I did get in, and I got my degree when I was 24 years old. It took me a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's okay because I got in, I stayed in, and I graduated.
I love that. A lot of us might achieve life's milestones at a later age or a later time than our peers, and some of us feel badly about that. But as you say, there's really no reason to feel bad about achieving things at a given time. You're not in competition with anybody except yourself, of course. And hey, you're going to be 24, or you're going to be 34, or even 44 anyway, so you may as well have a degree when you get there. Fantastic, Candace. Thank you so much. Candace, how has being disabled affected your ability to pursue joy or to pursue happiness?
I really did everything like everybody else did with some limitations, but
Sure.
one thing I'm very, very glad about now is that doctors are starting to connect that if you have ongoing physical disabilities, you might have some mental health issues as well.
Mhm.
Prior to that, they didn't really connect the dots. And now they're starting to connect it. So now when you get checked for physical, like at my respiratory therapist, when I go see her, she also checks into my mental health, which is really, really good because mental health is no longer being stigmatized and it shouldn't be. And I think that when you're disabled, everybody checks on your physical, what they can see, but they don't sit there and look at how you feel or any invisible disabilities. And I think that's so important because you can feel okay normally, but not feel okay inside. Think maybe like what's wrong with me, this is weird, I shouldn't talk about it. Be open about it, be open with yourself and honest with yourself because you have to live with you, nobody else does.
That's absolutely true. The relationship that we have with ourselves and with our bodies is going to be our longest lasting relationship. I'm glad you pointed that out, and I'm glad for all of our sakes that mental health and physical health are becoming more integrated. You'll love to see it.
Yeah.
Candace, what do you want other people to know about your quality of life? Oh, a cat.
Yes, that's
How
Smoke, that's little
beautiful.
brat.
Please tell Smoke hello from me.
Okay, I sure will.
Thank
What
you.
I'd like to know about our quality of life is that, we do pretty much everything everybody else does. And I think a lot of people are kind of scared to talk to us about our disability or scared to include us because they don't know what we can do. You know what you can, as a person with a disability, is ask. Okay, so if you want to ask me to go swimming, I can't swim underwater because I have a bit of an air leak in my trach. But heck, I can go sit in the hot tub or hang out in the pool. I just don't go underwater. And one of my favorite Canadian TV shows brought this up in a very good way, where a couple of girls had gone to this theater. They didn't think their friend in a wheelchair could attend, but they didn't bother to ask her. And on Monday, when she comes into school, she said, like, I know you guys went there. And why didn't you ask me? I could have gotten a lowrider bus. I could have gotten
Mhm.
my mom to drive me. And she said, you guys, for being people who are so making advocates for people with disabilities, you also are excluding them. So you're not going to know what a person with a disability can do until you come out and ask.
Absolutely. I really respect that viewpoint. I think that's part of the reason why it's very important to have disabled viewpoints out there and to have, insofar as much as possible, disabled people dictate how they live their own lives and lead disability impact projects.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Candace, I'm coming to the end of my planned questions.
Yeah.
The last question that I have is one that I ask everybody. Is
Yeah.
there a recent win that you're celebrating? Or if not, where can people find you online? This is your chance, my friend, to promote yourself, cheerlead yourself. So really go all out.
You know what? You can find me on Facebook. I have friends, but I always love getting more friends. As much as I say Facebook is kind of chaotic for all the stuff they post, I do like keeping in touch with people. One win, it's a win for me, even if it's like I haven't won anything, is I am entering my diamond painting that I did of my sister. It's a custom made diamond painting into the Stampede Craft Fair this summer.
Oh,
The
wow.
Stampede is seen by a bunch of people. There is 1.2 million people in Calgary. So everybody goes to Stampede. Everybody that comes up from the States or wherever to attend Stampede will have a chance to go see that. I don't anticipate winning because you don't always know what the judges are going to say. It's not being a Debbie Downer. It's just you don't know. But it's just going to be really cool that that's in there. And thing I'm trying to work on, hopefully for the end of the year, knock on wood, is just a second here. I got a phone call.
Oh, of course. Here, I'll pause this. That's all right. No problem. So before the break, Candace was telling us about her diamond paintings, and they're going to be in the Stampede Craft Art Fair. Going to
Yeah.
have over 1 million people there. So that's really incredible.
Thank
How long has it been that you've been doing these diamond paintings? It's a fairly recent hobby?
3 years.
3 years?
I have about 16 full diamond paintings. I've also done coasters and sun catchers and a little bit of everything. It's a really addictive craft for myself. I quite like it. So, but I do have family members who may not have the patience to do it. So I just said, ask me if you want one. And then if you can't do it, just send it back and I'll finish it. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
Well, I'm wishing you the best at
thank you.
Stampede. Even if you don't win any huge prizes, your
Yeah,
art is out there. You network with other artists. Maybe
hey,
something happens there. Maybe you strike it
yeah,
rich.
you
Oh,
never know. The
that's
other thing
true.
oops, sorry. The other thing I'm hoping to work on this year is possibly releasing a book, knock on wood, of poetry. I can do that through Amazon. They do have a free platform. I've already got a working title called Rockabye Bedlam, Mindfulness, Madness, and the Poetry in Between. So it's just kind of like my own journey through writing and dealing with my mental health and whatnot, because I find that poetry, it can be very emotional and it's your own what you feel. So that's why I find it very easy to write. Something I've always wanted to do. I went to school to be a writer, so go figure. So
Candace, that's incredible. I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah,
I'm
I got
really
I got my bachelor's degree in English to do that, but I kind of majored in the area of Greek and Norse mythology. So
all right.
yeah,
I will be looking forward to all of your Norse mythology poems then,
I
and
don't think
all
there's
of
many of those in there.
okay, okay. Well, I will
Yeah.
hope.
Okay.
Candace, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining me, giving me a
Thank you.
life update, and telling me about all these cool things you're doing. It's
Thank
an
you.
honor to see you grow, my friend. And as you go into the future and become who you really want to be, I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, bud. I'm rooting for
All
you
right.
too.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Y'all take care now. I'll see you later.